Welcome to Joe's Atmosphere.
Cook your shrimp, please. All of a sudden, my shrimp pan is burning up like a smoke fest.
Okay. Alrighty, boys and girls, welcome aboard. This is Sketching the Privateer. I am your host, Joe's Atmosphere. I hope you're doing well this Saturday. I don't have to be in a rush today, because I don't have to go until 5 o'clock today, so I've got all the time in the world. But of course, I'm late because it wouldn't be a YouTube stream if you weren't late, right? Oh, my dear mother, I love her to death. She calls me with 60 seconds before the broadcast. I was ready to go, guys. I was ready to go. When mom calls, you got to answer the phone, man. If you ain't streaming already, you got to answer the phone, right? Let's see. Real Wade Nation is here. He says, I did my first YouTube last night. Laugh out loud. That's the most viewed video. Laugh out loud. Yes, very good, man. I am sorry I couldn't check in. I had to go and pick up one client yesterday morning, and then I had a client come in right when you were starting your stream last night. I am sorry, Real Wade Nation Gaming, but like I told you, I was at work. It was touch and go whether or not I was going to be able to make it, but Real Wade Nation Gaming Clips got his 200th subscriber on YouTube, so you guys go follow him. He does some good stuff, man. He's a video game maniac. So anyway, how are you? It's good to see you. We are on Rumble for the first time today. I'm just checking it out over here. And yeah, the video looks good. I like it. So welcome aboard for those that are watching Rumble. This, of course, is Sketching the Privateer, the show where you get to see my comic book get developed from behind the scenes. Okay. If you want to catch up quickly on what's been going on, this is episode 61. And what I do is I plot the pages of the book live for you to see it. I've got the script written. I read the page out that I'm going to do, and you watch me plot it on my comic book board. Now, I'm doing a little different than most comic books. Most people use blue line pencils on their art boards. And I'm using regular pencil because I know that better than anything. And what I'm doing is I'm using a program called Procreate to do all the inking and stuff. What I do is I sketch it. I want to be able to see it. When you use blue line pencils, you want it to disappear when you put ink on it, right? I don't want to do that. I want to be able to see it. And what I do is I take that sketch, as you'll see in this little slideshow, I make sketches like this, okay? And then I take them and I put them into a program called Procreate, okay, on the iPad. And what I can do with that is I can take those images, darken them up a little bit, and then put inks on them. Like this one right here, you see how I did? I built it with layers, and that's how I did all. I made some promotional posters for a Comic-Con we were having locally, and that's how I did it. I did the sketches in pencil, and then I built them on a program called Procreate on my iPad. So let's get into today's work. We're going to do page 12 of the second issue. The first issue isn't out yet. I'm a one-man show. I want to get it out in July, but that's a soft target, man, because, you know, real life happens. Like I said, this week I've friggin' been busy as heck, you know, and I'm a one-man show. I'm doing this all by myself. So when it comes out, I hope you enjoy it. But like I was saying earlier, if you want to catch up on the story so far, behind the scenes of what's going on in the Privateer, you can go to my Subscribe Star. There's a lot of it on there. As a matter of fact, I need to upload some more of it over there. And let's see. Yeah, I'm Joe's Atmosphere on Subscribe Star. You can go over there and see some of these images that I've sketched out. And you can also go watch the last episode, episode 60 of this. Of course, all of these are in a playlist on YouTube. You can go and look at last week's show. We did a catch-up show where all I did was just show you the plotted pages that I've got so far. Okay, you got to see the whole first issue. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing 3 issue storylines. This one is his origin story. Okay. And I'll be doing 3 issue storylines. I'm going to put one out every 3 months. And then the last quarter of the year, I'm going to put it out as a graphic novel, 60-page graphic novel of the 3 of them. That way, give me a break, you know, for the last part of the season during the holidays and stuff. But anyway, that's my plan. That's what I want to do with the book. So without further ado, let's get started with what's going on. Okay. Let's see. First thing I've got to do is share the camera. I have a camera right above my board, right here. And you can see that in the last episode of it, I'm going to use my mouse to kind of circle around what we're looking at. In the last episode, the privateer had just seen Graybeard for the first time when he was in town getting supplies. And he returns home with the supplies. His mother's waiting on him. And in this panel, she asks him if anything happened in town that was out of the ordinary. And he says, nah, you know, but he's holding back, right? Because he was really impressed with this guy. And then we see a panel here of the moonlight and his window at the house, and he can't sleep, right? And then we see sunrise the next morning, the rooster's crowing, and mom's out looking for him. And then she comes back in and she notices that there's a candle lit with a note. And the bottom of it is she's kind of tears welling up her eyes. She's holding her mouth like, oh my gosh. And the most of the panel is the handwritten letter from her son. He's leaving to go try and find his father on the high seas. He's going to stow away on Graybeard's ship. And we see him down here. Anytime you see this tri-cornered hat, that's him. Okay. And he's got a bag over his shoulder, and he's going to stow away on Graybeard's ship. All right. So that's what's going on with the story at this point. Now, the script for today. Now, let me get the comments up there. Make sure nobody's hitting nothing. Okay. Okay. The script for today reads. Of course, I had all of this up before my mother called. I love her to death, but boy, what timing. Let's see. No, wrong folder. Got one just for the privateer. Here we go. All right, so today's page that we're going to be plotting is page 12. And it's the page where he is, oops, I got it over here. But hey, that's cool. You guys can read it, right? Let's see. I'll blow this thing up. Gosh, how do I get this down? Okay. Hang on one second. Oh, I tell you what, I'm Irish. If anything's going to go wrong, it will go wrong. That's just all there is to it. Why is that so far up? Oh my gosh. There we go. There we go. Go ahead and blow that up. And I believe they'll have something. Yeah, we can blow up the script. Okay, so what we got is right here. Late night aboard the Seahawk. Crewman hears a rustle under a tarp covering gunpowder below decks. He discovers Robert. Let's see. There's a knock at, God almighty, I don't check my spelling. Knock at the captain's door. First mate explains as crewman throws Robert at the feet of Graybeard. He has obviously been beaten. Okay, so that's how that page is going to end. So basically, he gets discovered below decks, and they're going to take him to Graybeard for whatever punishment he wants to give him. Right? So that's what we're dealing with today. All right, so let me change cameras, and we'll get to work. How are you guys doing today? Let me know in the chat. Let me know how everything's going. Let's see. Got to change cameras. Hopefully this thing doesn't screw up. Come on. You can do it. I have faith. Yes. My camera's working. All right. Give me just a second to fix the camera, and we'll get started. There's one thing I hate. It's wires. Hate wires. Can't stand this stuff. I wish everything was wireless. I don't think I have a Bluetooth connection on my computer. I was more worried about streaming. So, okay, let's see how we're doing on the. No, that's not bad. Get that little pointed down this way. Yeah, that's pretty good. A little bit more towards that. Yeah, I didn't really have time to set this up the way I wanted to, but you know, what you gonna do? Okay, we're good. All right. Let me go ahead and close that out. Now, if I'm a little late on some of the, if you're chatting in the comments, let's see. What's Real Wade say? He says, "Where's your buddy co-host? Laugh Out Loud." Yeah, he's busy today, man. He's not always with me. I wish he was. I love his company, and since we don't have his company, let's listen to the dulcet sounds of StreamYard. A little entertaining while we're doing this, right? Okay, so we're gonna get started. He's not in trouble or anything. He's just he's getting busy with his life. I can't get mad at him. You know, he is a great guy. Love him to death, and I hope he gets everything he wants out of life, man. He's living it. You know what I'm saying? So let me see. Where I thought I had. Yeah, here's the pencils I wanted. Okay, good deal. So we are here. All right, so. Go ahead and get the script going here. And let's get rid of last week's page. You know, being Irish is kind of a pain in the ass sometimes. Okay, let me get the, let's see. I can help. Laugh out loud. If you need me. Joe, I got you, man. I hear you. I hear you. Not today, but maybe in the future. Maybe in the future we can do that, Real Wade Nation. I'll hit you up on Twitter and we'll talk about it. Let's see. Right now, what do we want to do? We got all that set up. Yeah, we're good to go. Okay. Oh yeah, I need my script up. That's what I need. I don't know why I get rid of it. I'm a dummy. Let's see. There it is. Okay. And we're going to take it and move it off the main page. Here we go. There we go. That's where we need it at. Yes. Okay. So, late night aboard the Seahawk. So, let's get an establishing shot of the Seahawk on the high seas, right? We'll go ahead and make that the main panel up top. And I think the bottom we'll use. The bottom one will be. Looks like we'll use it. I think we'll do a split. Yeah, we'll cut the rest of it into 4, I think. That sounds good. I don't know. Oh, I know. I think I got it. Okay, we got the establishing shot. Let's look at the script and see what we got to do. This is half the fun, is trying to make what you want fit on that page. Late night aboard the Seahawk. Crewman hears Russell under a tarp. Okay, so that's one. Discovers Robert. Got that one. And then we've got knock at the door. First mate explains as homeboy throws him to his feet, and he's obviously beaten. So we can use 3 panels on the bottom to show all that. Actually, you know what? We're going to use 3 panels up here and make these 2 on the bottom bigger. Yeah. This is one of those pages that doesn't have much action to it. You know, it's pushing the story forward, and that's it. Okay. So yeah, we're going to use 3 on this one. And then 2 on the bottom. Because that's where the action really happens, right? But anyway, you guys let me know how you're doing in the chat. I'll be able to check on it here in a minute. I hope everything's going good. If anybody's watching me on Rumble, give me a follow. I really appreciate it. Trying to cover all my bases. For those of you that were expecting it on Facebook, I'm sorry. I've only got 3 destinations I can use, and I've been wanting to get Rumble going. I did not know you only needed 5 followers to live stream on Rumble. If I'd have known that, I'd have been doing it a while ago. But yeah, let's see what we got here. Okay, so what we're doing now is we're just cutting the page into panels to tell the story, and then we're going to draw out what happens in each panel. Now, this is just the plot, okay? This isn't, I'm not doing a bunch of details. As you can see by the one that I already did last week, we cut it into panels, and then we fill in the panels, okay? So that's what we're going for. And I've never done this before. I've just watched other guys do it, you know, the way they draw out their panels and stuff. And I don't know. I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I'm liking what I'm seeing. You guys let me know what you think in the chat. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I'll upload the full celebration stream at some point. Last night went well. When does it get released? I'm shooting for July, buddy. My cousin runs a show called Shop Till You Drop, and I'm mighty, me and the straight edge. I swear to God, I'm making all kinds of noise with this thing. I'm hoping to release it at her show. I go out there and I sell commissions and stuff, and that's what I'm shooting for. I want to do it in July. My birthday's in July. So is the Privateer's birthday. Of course, he was born on July 4th, right? I was born 3 weeks later on July 25th. So, but anyway, late night on the Seahawks. So let's just do an establishing shot of the Seahawk. Still haven't decided what the front of the Seahawk is going to look like. I'm leaning towards a mermaid on the front of it. It's called the Seahawk, but do I really want to? Because, of course, my football team is the Seahawks, right? Do I really want to put a Seahawk on the front of this thing? I'd rather have a chick. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, the 16-gun man of war is going to be cutting through the cold ocean air, right? With its tall sails, guys working on the deck, right? But it's nighttime. There's not much going on. The big clipper ship, right? Got the big sails. Right? Got the guns on the sides with the doors. I think it's 16 guns. I'm not sure. I've got a little bit of research to do on this stuff. But anyway, I know what they look like, and I'll get to it soon enough. But it's an establishing shot. So what we want, we always got to put seagulls. If you've been watching, you know the seagulls in the future are the drones that are part of the security system, right? These are real seagulls we're going to have here, right? And it's nighttime, so we're going to have the moon, maybe a little wisp of a cloud in front of the moon, right? I feel like that guy that's, you know, the painter, right? Just making a story. And I know you can't see it that well right now, but here in a minute, I'm going to get a darker pencil out and do details. Right now, I'm just trying to see what kind of action is going to be going on. So the next part was there's a guy. There's a guy on patrol below decks. So let's have this do-rag wearing dude. He's going to be one of those do-rag wearing guys. With hair hanging out, right? None of these guys got short hair. He's going to have a beard. He's going to be walking along. And he's going to walk past some barrels sitting on tarps, right? Low decks. And we can do some of this in the exposition. But we definitely want to have a lump under here that moves around, right? And he's going to hear it. Okay. Well, she's going to have a sash on, scabbard, you know, the whole nine. Okay, and then we're going to have him, throw the, let's see, where's he at? How we're going to do this. We want to show the privateer scared, right? So let's have him hunched over. Maybe it's cold out. He's got his arms crossed, trying to stay warm. And he turns towards the guy as he throws the tarp away. Show the barrels on top of the tarp, right? Show the tarp. Here's the hand grabbing it, right? And then we'll have this guy's face take up most of this, right? And he's going to be like, wah, right? And let's give him a shoulder here, maybe a fist up, like, I'm gonna knock you out kind of thing. Okay, so he's been discovered, right? Right here he gets discovered. Then we got the knock at the door, right? That's the next thing. Knock at the captain's door. Okay. Let's do... We'll put Captain. Probably an old English lettering. A nice decorative thing on the door, right? Show it being a wooden door. And the knock by the wisdom. Let's see. When you knock, you hit with knuckles, right? Thumb is underneath. All right. This is important stuff, because if you don't get the hands right, nothing's going to look right, man. I'm telling you right now. If you don't get the hands right, you're not going to get anything right. And we'll have some stuff here. Okay, so he's going to open the door. Let's see, we're going to have Graybeard open the door. All right. Have him right here. He's got a big old beard. And he's going to be standing this way. Door's right here. Opens inward, right? Start this again. At the door. It's opened inward. There's his thumb and his hand. All right. Shoulder's going to be turned this way. Like he's opening the door. We've got the first mate. All right. It's going to be right here. His hand is going to be reaching this way and explaining. Right? And this guy is going to be shoving. Let's have a little bit of a swing kind of thing. His hand will be open, like you just threw him in there. And we'll have the privateer falling down on one leg, back this way on the floor, right? You just threw him in there. Okay. Might even have him hitting the floor on his face or something, right? This is gonna be him back here. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. Here's the doorway. All right, throw him in. Right past Graybeard. And then we're going to have him getting up on his hands. Right? Head down, kind of. And he is going to obviously be bloodied up. He's going to have bloody nose. Right? He's going to be looking like, oh shit, I may have fucked up bad. Right? He's not going to have his hat on. But of course, he's going to have the telltale ponytail. Right? And he's going to be getting up on all fours. Right? Right here's going to be Graybeard. Looking back at him. You can tell he's disheveled. And we'll have the first mate and the crewman. And the crewman will be pointing at him. All right. All right. He'll be pointing at him. And this guy's just going to be standing there because he kind of knows how Graybeard's going to react to this, right? This guy obviously punched him a time or two, messed him up a little bit. What's going to happen in the next one is Graybeard's going to be getting mad at this dude, okay? Because this guy's obviously a teenager, okay? So Maybe we'll have him holding his chin, right, with this hand as he's getting up. Maybe that's what we'll do with it. Yeah, feeling his chin because he's obviously been punched, right? Okay, so that is this page. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to check the comments, and then I'm going to get to work on darkening it up so you can see exactly what it's going to look like. Let's see, what do we got in the comments? Oh, not much of nothing. Let's see. Real Wade says, laugh out loud, no wonder why we get so well. Okay, I'm not sure. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Sometimes my man Real Wade gets in a hurry typing. I don't know if he does it if he's doing it on his phone or on his keyboard, but he'll leave words out. So you kind of have to use your imagination sometimes. I'm just messing with you, man. Let's see. Okay, so let's tighten this up. Gotta have the seagulls. Like I said, look, you see the privateer in this picture, right? Okay. He's got a flintlock, right? He's got a sword. But if you look at the sword. It's got a tip on it that'll do extra damage if he comes down with it, right? It'll hook somebody, right? The flintlock is actually high tech. You can go full auto with it and everything. I've shown it in the past. Just go look last week. You'll see that he targets 3 things on a helicopter and blows them away really quick with this gun right here. And he does it with his eye patch. He actually sees out of his eye patch better than you and I see. Okay, this is actually a high-tech thing that is linked into his neural system, and he can target things using that and this pistol to really mess things up. And he's got a rifle that can do that too. So, yeah. See, the story goes that when he was brought to the future, he went back to the Bermuda Triangle and dug up his booty, as the pirates call it, and it was worth billions, boys and girls, because he was brought to the future from the 1700s, right? So everything he had made over the years as a pirate was worth billions by the time he got to our time. And that's how he gets all the military contractors working for him and gets all the cool toys. Kind of like a Batman character. Kind of like that. So yeah, we're going to have guys, not too many guys on the deck though, because it's nighttime, right? Everybody's sleeping. Really. Okay? And a lot of this is going to be contrast drawing and stuff, you know, because it is nighttime. All right, so we got the moon out there. And make notes. Nighttime. Okay. Got that. All right, now. Next up, we got the guy walking below decks, finding him. First he hears him. Right? First he finds him. Sword a little pronounced. This is going to be where he's at. You definitely want to give it one of these and one of these. That's what's going to tell us, hey, he heard something back there, right? Powder keg. Powder keg here, right? Okay. That's the lump where the privateer is. Okay. And then we've got this guy actually pulling back the tarp. Pulling it back. And show a couple of barrels on top. So he's been hiding in the munition area, basically. Okay. Maybe we'll put some cannonballs behind him, maybe. And a keg on the floor. And then we got this guy. Surprised to see him. This is his hand, so we're gonna make the shirt. Of course, they've all got billowy clothes, you know. It's the 1700s. And the privateer is hiding underneath it. Of course, he's kind of cold, right? Let's see, for the first time. Not used to the leather. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. Sometimes I get so involved with the drawing I'm not talking, but you get the gist. He gets discovered. This guy's ready for him, too. He's got a fist ready to go here. Got a fist ready to go. Yeah, he does. Okay. And we're going to be going to the captain's door. Probably going to be Old English lettering. Captain's kind of high-end. Old gray beard there. Knock. Knock. Okay. You got So we got that. Like I said, if you don't get the hands right, you're not going to have anything right. Okay, so we got that. He gets discovered. We take him to the captain. This here is his first mate, so he's going to have a naval hat. Yeah, let's put him in a naval hat. Of course, they all got beards. They've been at sea for a long time, of course. And he's going to be telling him, hey, look, he found this guy, right? Here's Graybeard. He's got a long beard now, guys. I got to remember that when I'm drawing him. Really need to use my other sketches. Of course, his hair is going to be down because, you know, he was sleeping, right? He's not going to be happy being woke up, right? He's got his hand on the door. Probably in a night shirt, which means it's going to come down to about here and be tied off, right? What they called nightgowns. Even men wore them back then, right? I'm trying to be very factual with the, you know, I'm going to do a lot of research before I start drawing the details in this to get the clothing right, because I really love the period. It's my favorite period in history. If I could go back to any part in history, it would be the American Revolution, to see how this country started. Really would love to see that. Okay. This is him throwing him into the room. This is the crewman throwing him into the room. He's got a do-rag on, right? Yeah. The other hand is going to be like this. And there's going to be a little bit of motion here, but basically, my man's going to be turned sideways, kind of falling back. Maybe an arm up. Like this, right? He'll hit on this shoulder, maybe. His legs. out. Yeah, that looks good to me. Hair all over the place. Maybe going across his face. All right. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So, thrown into room. Gotta keep myself notes just in case. That really has a lot going on in it, but I like the schematic. This guy's gonna tell him, "Hey, look, this guy found him down in the powder keg." Da 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 da. You know. And the guy in the sailing hat. Hang on. Yeah, I was making it a tri-corner hat. I'm trying not to overuse tri-cornered hats because that's the privateer's thing, right? Let's give the first mate an actual Captain Crunch hat, right? And he's going to be sitting here listening to what's going on. He's got a beard too. They all have beards. And he's going to be one eyebrow down, the other one up, like Spock, right? Like Spock, the ultimate first mate, right? And maybe he'll be standing there with his arms crossed, maybe. Yeah, that sounds good. I like that. Arms crossed. And gray beard with his long hair. Maybe he'll be putting his hand on his shoulder. Like, what's up, man? What you doing? Which means he'll be bent over a little bit. His nightgown. Here's the privateer offed up. Bleeding at the nose. Nosebleed. Gotta make notes. And he's gonna be looking like, oh, don't beat my ass anymore, please, right? And of course, he's gonna be feeling his chin. Thusly. He'll be on his hands and knees. Trying to get up to his feet. Right? All right, so bring this up a little bit. Sometimes you get plotting this stuff out and it gets a little messy. Okay, so I feel like I've got enough room to tell the story in script and bubbles and everything with that layout. So I think we got this page done. And when we're done with the page, what we do, we go ahead and sign it off. Book, The Privateer. Issue is going to be issue 2. Page number 12, boys and girls. We only got 8 more pages left on this one. And by the way, if you're wondering what's going on in the book so far before this, if you're new to the story, I really would like you to check out the entire content. But I did do a catch up on the book as it's been going so far. Everything I've done up to this point last week. So check out episode 60 of Sketching the Privateer, last week's episode, and you'll be all caught up on the story. Okay? So let me switch cameras around and we'll get things wrapped up for today. All right? Let's see. Let's see what we got in the chat. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let me switch cameras. All right. Thank God that's working worth a shit. But anyway, that is page 12 of The Privateer, boys and girls. I hope you're enjoying what's going on. I keep forgetting that when I do this show, I'm not using this microphone. I don't even need it out here, but because I'm using my lapel mic, so I can move around. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed what you're seeing. This is, there's a lot of guys doing this on the net, and a lot of them are professionals. I am an amateur. This is my first comic book. I hope it goes well. Everybody's been wanting me to do this for years that run in my circle, and I'm finally getting to it. I'm not going to rush it. I'm gonna make it exactly the way I want to. So I think you'll enjoy it. I'm going to teach a little history during it, that kind of thing, and factual history, boys and girls, not slanted history. Things that really happened during the American Revolution and some other periods in history. For instance, if you're watching this, and you've been watching this, there's 3 different timelines happening here in the first story. There's the present day, where we're at today. There is the 1700s, where he came from. There's also around, I want to say it's 2003 or 2004, and he's telling this story right here, what you're seeing today, while he's incarcerated at Guantanamo Bay. He got arrested chasing down Osama bin Laden's doctor in Afghanistan. So if you haven't caught up on the story, man, go check it out. I mean, a lot of people are like, hey, why are you telling everybody the story before they even get the book? I'm like, well, I'm hoping the story's good enough where you're going to want to get the book anyway. So, but anyway, I want to thank you guys for coming. Let me let you know what's going on the channel before we get out of here. Of course, you're watching Sketching the Privateer, where you get to watch me bring my passion project to life, the story of America's pirate Patriot, brought to the future where his country needed him most. And it's usually co-hosted by Justifier Jim. He's been busy here lately, so, we can't fault him for that. But we do this every Saturday for about an hour, from starting at 1:30 p.m. Central. And then, of course, tomorrow afternoon, you'll be able to see me on Dork Side of the Ring. Danny Ballard is the host, and I'm his co-host. We'll be talking about before Cody Rhodes can finish his story, he has to go through Brock Lesnar. Damn it, son. He couldn't have won at WrestleMania? Damn it. But anyway, we'll be talking about that and all kinds of other stuff, AEW, and my State of the Apron. Now, what is State of the Apron? Well, State of the Apron is my segment of the show where I let you know what's going on in the world of wrestling. We all know that the hardest part of the ring is the apron, and the hardest part of wrestling is trying to get to the big dance. So I show you what's going on with the independent guys, the people on the smaller promotions, and we do all of that at 1 o'clock Central Time tomorrow. And it's brought to you by Pop Culture Minefields channel on YouTube and KGRA Radio. And of course, on Wednesday, you can see me and my friends get together as we discuss today's topics. Last week, we did an entire thing on Star Wars Celebration. Anybody that watches that show knows my buddy Knock is a Star Wars fiend. He loves it. He knows all the lore. He was filling us in on a bunch of stuff. Highly recommend that episode from last week if you want to watch that on replay. If you like Star Wars, you're going to enjoy it. But we break down mostly pop culture stuff. Sometimes things are so big in the news we have to talk about it. But most of the time, it's me and my friends getting together and just talking about the state of pop culture, the stuff we love, comics, movies, all that good stuff. And we do that every Wednesday, 5:30 Central Time, State of the Atmosphere. And then later on that night, you can watch me play DC Universe Online about 10, Papa Joe Gamer After Dark, video games, cocktails, and fails. Come check it out. I play for a couple hours on both Wednesday and Thursday nights, but I exclusively play DCO on Wednesdays at 10 p.m. Central. And then, of course, Thursdays is the bedrock show of the channel, The Brothers Hack the Matrix. Me and my brother hacking into today's headlines and telling you what's really going on behind the curtain. We're exposing the Wizard of Oz for what he is every Thursday, 6 p.m. Central. And then, of course, later on that night at 10 p.m. Central, a little bit more Papa Joe Gamer After Dark. Video games, cocktails, and fails with me, Joe's Atmosphere. So I want to thank you guys for being here. I hope you're enjoying what I'm putting out. And if you guys want to tune into any of the shows and give me ideas for it, just let me know. You know, comment, like, subscribe to the channel. I don't ask you to do that enough. Check out my website. I'm JoesAtmosfere with an F instead of a PH everywhere, just like you see on the screen. So for myself and Justifier Jim, even though he's not here, he would want me to tell you to drink your water because he tells you to do that all the time. And I want to thank you for being here. And until I see you again, keep on keeping on. God bless.